is there's always so much more coming out about FTX. And like a lot of people, I'm also sharing the sentiment. I think there's going to be a lot more fallout coming from the investments made by FTX in the form of FTT and a lot of different crypto platforms. But here's a comment that was left yesterday, and it brings up a good question that I would love to address really quick right now at the start of this video. They say 2 weeks ago you were among the first to be doubtful about SPF before it all blew up. It takes, a little bit of experience, and it's easy to see the scammers. But who can we trust now? Coinbase, Binance, who knows? They won't collapse too. So, and that's the essence of why crypto was created, was to make trusted systems irrelevant. Bitcoin and decentralized peer-to-peer networks are trustless technology. There's a phrase that's kind of disappeared, sadly, but it was always around when I first started into crypto, and that says, don't trust, verify. And you can't do that on centralized exchanges that have their own databases that are not open to the public. They can take user funds and invest in whatever they want, and they can tell you whatever they want because you can't verify it. DeFi, decentralized exchanges, open source code, they're all public. You can audit the code yourself. You can see what you do or don't like. You can listen to the experts who are able to do that as well. And the smart people who are analyzing the code, the auditors of these smart contracts, they're gonna raise some red flags, and they have in the past, and they're remedied, or the project dies, as it should. All right, now it's a battle between FTX and Crypto.com. Which one has more crazy things happening? So we're gonna talk about FTX first. And I know Sam Bankman-Fried already apologized twice, so I know that he's sorry, but he's still making up lies and claiming to have had permission from the Bahamian regulators to go ahead and move some money out of FTX and move it into Bahamian accounts. This never happened. There was an official release from the Bahamian regulators and the officials there saying, we never said anything like that. We never want any kind of preferential treatment for any other user over FTX. Furthermore, they are now investigating Sam Bankman-Fried and everything that's happening there. Also, it's coming out that FTX actually, according to their bankruptcy documents, they had zero Bitcoin on their books, and yet they had $1.4 billion worth of liabilities. They were selling paper Bitcoin that never existed. I'm just gonna leave that there, and just so you know, talk about not being able to verify that. If we would have, I don't think anyone would have been using FTX or promoting it or anything like that. So now let's go on to Crypto.com. And I have a theory about this. I'll save it for the end, and let me know if you agree with me or not in the comments down below. But now that FTX is down, who's next on the list? Crypto.com, that's another really popular one. Really into the UFC, a lot of exposure with marketing, just like FTX did this past year. And now Crypto.com, this did happen. I'm not saying this didn't happen. Twice tried to move $400 million worth of Ethereum from their account to Gate.io, from one exchange to the next. Twice. It was returned both times, but what the heck is that about? Red flag right there. Another red flag, finding out they were holding $80 million worth of USDC on Binance. Apparently they didn't have cold storage for their USDC, and I think they were probably staking it on Binance and using that profit to pass it on to their users. Like I said before, what we saw with Alameda Research and Celsius and how they all were taking each other down, now we're seeing how the exchanges are, they're not so much competition as they are, they're in your pocket, in our pocket, we're moving money here, we're moving money there, I'll get an opportunity there. It's not their money, it should be their users' money, but it's not actually. The users are the unsecured creditors of these exchanges that are taking your funds and doing whatever the heck they want with it because you can't verify it. I'm going to keep hammering that one home. And so anyway, a lot of this media coverage now negatively coming out about Crypto.com. People are saying, oh, they're trying to do a bank run on Crypto.com. We'll see if that one survives. And If you guys haven't joined the CT Club and you're still curious about it, just so you know, we told our members days ago to take their funds out of crypto.com if you have any. Whenever, you know what, it pays to be paranoid. You can always put your funds back if it ends up being okay. If you're worried about missing out on a 5% gain in a week, I think you gotta rebalance your risk skills and risk mitigation skills there. But anyway, here's my theory. Is that Binance took out FTX. Binance is trying to take out crypto.com. They're trying to get 100% of the market share on all of the crypto exchanges. And you know why I think this? Is because now Binance is coming out saying that they have an emergency investment fund for otherwise solid projects, but they're having liquidity crisis. Much like how he was framing FTX to be when he was claiming to, have that letter of intent to buy FTX, is because they had a liquidity crisis. This is what megalomania sounds like, guys. They're here to save the world and save crypto, and him alone, him and his exchange alone is going to be the one to do that. That is not the essence of cryptocurrency. That is absolutely centralized control, manipulation over the markets, and how people are buying and selling their cryptocurrencies. Not to mention the fact, obviously, he's a shark and he wants to buy these failing cryptocurrency companies and exchanges for pennies on the dollar, just to turn them around, absorb their customer base, absorb their cryptocurrencies, and make bank yet again. So watch out for CZ. He's not the hero that you think he is, just like Sam Bankman-Fried isn't, just like Justin Sun isn't, just like anyone who is claiming to be the savior of cryptocurrency. Big red flag, okay? Oh, I almost forgot. I have good news. Typically, the retracement of after every bull market is 84% for Bitcoin. We're at 75% plus. So there is some more to go, but just a little bit. So there's your daily comfort of this bear market could be drying up very easily, and we got good times coming. So keep your coins safe because you're going to want them later on. If you want to know where you can send your coins that is much safer than a centralized exchange, check out hardware wallet options. I have links down below for 2 solid options, Ledger and Trezor. If you like Trezor because it's open source, if you like Ledger because it is very secure and has a lot more integrations and generally, in my opinion, is more user-friendly. They're both solid options, and there's links for those down below in the video description. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Stay safe out. Okay, bye guys.